And just like that, we are live here on the Football Flex. We are back once again. This time, the Premier League season is indeed underway. It is Liverpool versus Bournemouth at Anfield, and we are about 10 minutes away from kickoff. Welcome back to the Football Flex. Hope everybody is doing very well. Click that like button. Be sure to subscribe, as you can see right there. But if you like round numbers, like I do, and I enjoy me some round numbers, I must say. We're only 3 subscribers away from 21,500. So if you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe. This is going to be a lot of fun here on the Football Flex this evening. It's the beginning of many a watch-along. The beginning of many a watch-along here on the Football Flex this season. And it all starts here. Liverpool defending their Premier League title against Bournemouth at Anfield. Of course, it's a new look Bournemouth. A lot of players have left this summer. Liverpool spent a lot of money to reinforce their team. So it's going to be interesting in terms of team news. I can give you some team news as well. It says here, right, we've got Alisson in goal. We've got a back four of, once again, the new signings of Frimpong and Kirkez at right back and left back, respectively. We've got Konate and Virgil van Dijk at centre-backs. McAllister and Szoboszlai are your sort of holding midfielders, deeper midfielders, if you will. You've got Mo Salah on the right-hand side, Cody Gakpo on the left-hand side, Florian Wirtz in the 10 position, and Hugo Ekitike as the striker. So that is, if I'm not mistaken, the team that started in the FA Community Shield last weekend. For Bournemouth, in goal, they've got Petrovic, of course, new signing from Chelsea. They've got Truffert, Sensi, Dikite, and Smith as your back four. You've got Scott and Adams in midfield, Semenyo, Tavernier, and Brooks. And in front of them, Evan Nilsson as well. So certainly, again, it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. I'm very curious. The world certainly will be watching. The expectation is that Liverpool shouldn't have too much of a problem with Bournemouth, but this is the Premier League. It's a new season, and you just never know, do you? You just never know indeed. People are in the chat here. Steffi Jake says, Owen taking all the shifts. Look, this is, like I said, here on the Football Flex this season, we'll have plenty of watch-alongs, not just for the Premier League, but for La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, and what have you. Some of them will be myself. Some of them will be just Flex. Some of them will be both of us, depending on schedule and all that fun stuff. So really excited for the season ahead on the Football Flex. JJ is astute. I am not Flex. No, I am not. Scaliano says, I have Salah and Ekitike in one team, and in a different league, Salah and Wirtz. We'll see. I mean, to be fair, even obviously they lost on penalties. Liverpool for 45 minutes, maybe, or for actually not even 45, I'd say, maybe for like half hour, they were good in the Community Shield, but then they really, fell off a cliff, didn't they? In the second half, they looked like they ran out of steam. Was impressed by Florian Wirtz, I must say. Ekitike also impressed, more so in the first half in the Community Shield. So we'll see if, they've got another game under their belt, if they're ready to go once more. So it's going to be really interesting. Big up Fabsy in the chat as well, one of our mods here on the Football Flex. As we're just make sure I've got everything set up there. Indeed, I do. But like I said, a new look at Bournemouth, certainly. Tyler Adams, Alex Scott in midfield. We've got 81 people watching already, which is fantastic, folks. If you haven't already, click that like button. See if we can get to a quick 50 likes. We're less than 20 to go. You just think it's not going to be the same Bournemouth. I mean, when we played them in pre-season, they were really, really poor, weren't they? Bournemouth, really, really bad. Ridwan is definitely on the hate watch. Says, Bournemouth, what have you got for us? And says, don't play like the pre-season one. Well, yes. That's the other part of it, isn't it? My hope is just sometimes with these opening games of the season, you just never know. You just sometimes never know. Not going to say it's, particularly likely. But again, you just never know. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes. But players walk out onto the pitch. Of course, this is certainly going to be an emotional one, no doubt about that. Of course, it's the first competitive game at Anfield since the tragic passing of Diogo Jota. His family is in attendance this evening at Anfield. Gavin's in the chat, says good afternoon. Corwin's in the chat, says I think Bournemouth are going to get rocked today, not going to lie. We shall see. Postmanton says, I think Bournemouth will be like they were last season. Slow start to the season, but ultimately they'll be fine. I don't think they have to worry. I mean, it probably speaks volumes about just how good they were last season. I mean, they've lost players to like Real Madrid and PSG. You're talking like the top of the top teams in Europe. Champions League winners. So it goes to show just how good of a team they had last season. So, and to be fair, Irioli, he was before kickoff, he had his interview, and he was actually really open and really honest in it, where he was sort of talking, saying, I don't want to put sort of targets on things. I don't want to, get too far ahead of ourselves because it's not really, it's too early days kind of thing. So maybe he's just being mind games. Maybe that's what he's doing. As we're 3 minutes away from kickoff, You Never Walk Alone, of course, is blaring out through the sound system there at Anfield. Yeah, I've got my fan on this evening. It is warm. It is rather warm, isn't it? This evening. Gavin says he's a Bournemouth fan today. I just hope it's a competitive game. Sometimes Liverpool and any team that wins the title have the potential to kind of just blow teams away, don't they? Just blow teams away, and you're like, oh my god, you're just gonna. The game becomes quite boring, quite nothing. As the players stand on the center circle. There's now going to be a moment of silence for Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva as well. A well-observed moment of silence there at Anfield. A sign of respect for the late Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. We're 5 likes away from 50 likes, folks. If you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the Football Flex. We are 3 subscribers away from 21,500. Will we see an early bit of drama in this brand new Premier League season? Forget about last year. It doesn't matter. Forget about last season. It doesn't matter. Everyone now starts on 0. Right. Football is back. And not a moment too soon. And I mean real football, not the Club World Cup shit that was happening over the summer. Match 1 of 380. And we're off at Anfield. We will see what Liverpool can do in terms of the defence of their Premier League title. There's Konate. I should get my team lineup and stats up as well. This means now it kind of just hit me a little bit when I'm a little bit like, Man United are going to play in the Premier League on Saturday. Oh my God, on Sunday rather, in 48 hours time. Oh my God. Here we go again. Kind of, yeah. The time for waiting. The summer holidays have happened. Now we are back to business. Indeed. McAllister, though, gives the ball away. Here come Bournemouth. Certainly not going to be afraid to play the ball around, keep possession. Oh, that's a poor pass. Intercepted by Cody Gakpo. Here's Mo Salah. Oh, it's headed away. Scott got a touch. Evan Nilsson. Well, Brooks, he should have done better, to be honest. It wasn't a good pass. He gave it away. But... Virgil van Dijk, of course, by some was criticised after that game in the Community Shield last weekend. Some looking at him saying, particularly his decision to step out for the equaliser. Of course, he gave the penalty away as well in the first half. Looked very rusty. Here's space for McAllister. He drives into it. Puts the ball out to Cody Gakpo off that left-hand side, cutting inside to the right. Ekitike, is he going to take an early shot? He does. It's a P-roller easy for Petrovic in the goal for the Cherries. Of course, he really did fly out the blocks, didn't he, at Wembley last weekend. Maybe not going to get as of an early goal this time around. Van Dijk. That's a really poor pass. I'm not really sure if he was looking for Ekitike, but was really hit back. If you haven't already, click the like button. We're 2 likes away from 50 likes, folks. Over 100 people watching, which is great. Petrovic goes along at the pitch. Konate's going to flick that back to Alisson in goal. For me, the best in the Premier League, certainly. That's good play. Van Dijk passed it to Ekitike. There was a little flick. Florian Wirtz involved as well. Gakpo. Kirkes, it was a really poor cross, obviously against the team that he played for last season. Smith just kind of hoofed that one long. Oh, miscommunication. Oh, my goodness me. Evan Nilsson nearly was through on goal. Konate and Van Dijk, they looked like they weren't sure who was going to kick it. But it's out to Salah, right-hand side, cuts back in. Of course he does. Mo Salah takes the shot. Oh, and it's tipped over the bar by Petrovic. And you go from a bit of confusion and panic at one end straight to the other with Mo Salah cutting in. Look at this. That took the shot. We've seen Mo Salah score that kind of goal a million times, haven't we? Good save in the end by Petrovic. Big up Joe Blackman in the chat as well. Haven't seen you in a hot second. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Corner ball to Liverpool. 4 minutes gone. Wirtz, he tries a short one. Wirtz again. Chips it out, about 25 yards. Frimpong. Mo Salah. Ball in. Header over the bar by Virgil van Dijk. And he'd probably be a bit disappointed. If someone of his quality, he would probably expect a bit better here. Salah just cuts it in. It's half chance. Maybe I'm a bit too critical there. Arnie Slot looking on. Grey blazer on today. Of course. Oh, it's a really poor pass. Wirtz. Well, it's ricocheting in the box now. That's twice from Bournemouth. Twice they've done stupid passes. They've just given Liverpool the ball. Evan Nielsen. This could be a throw. Tell you what, it's been a bit of a frenetic 5 minutes, hasn't it? Is Petrovic kicking the ball at the pitch. Bournemouth feel like just got to handle the atmosphere. Handle the atmosphere. Stay in the game first 20, 25 minutes. Van Dijk, poor touch. A little bit of rust. Just a little bit of rust. Semenya. True fair. Ball in. It's a good cross. Ooh, Semenya, maybe. I think maybe he should do better too. True fair. It's just a really good run down the left-hand side. And look at this cross here. Cross in behind the defence. Semenya gets the run on Kirkez. And he just can't get it. The ball bounces up. But that's a chance. That is a chance. And I tell you what, Kirkez against his former team got caught napping there. And Semenya's maybe having a look going, I got the better of him. Maybe he's got the better of him. So I think if we've seen anything from this, Bournemouth won the ball back again. If we've seen anything from this first, now just about nearly 7 minutes, is Bournemouth going to give this a go? I slipped. Brooks. And that goes out for a throw, but it's a throw to Bournemouth. As King of the Indies says, has to score. But the thing is, in these kind of games against the top teams, sometimes you'll only get half chances, won't you? You'll only get half chances, and you've got to take them. You've got to be just beyond clinical. We did hit 50 likes, by the way, folks, which is fantastic. Long throw for Bournemouth. That's headed away by Konate. Eminem says, evening, Owen. Any nerves for the Arsenal game? Belieber news got me down. Midfield has me flabbergasted. I was just saying before kickoff, maybe a little bit, because I was like, Premier League season's back kind of thing. But it won't hit me till they're just lining up or they're just, the Premier League anthems playing. That's usually when my nerves tend to peak. But you know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I'll tell you what, it's a shocking pass. Konate, he goes to pass it back to Alisson. He's put it out for a corner. Bloody hell. And that's a couple of times from Konate. Konate and Van Dijk, is it just me? But do they look a little bit on edge, a little bit rocky? And I tell you what, make this count, Bournemouth. Then they really will start thinking about Mark Gay. Of course, they just signed a centre-back from Parma, but Konate, that was a complete mess. Here we go, Bournemouth. Can you make this count? They've gone short of the corner. Ball in. It's a waste. Poor cross. It's easy for Alisson to claim. But Bournemouth, what formations does it look like they're playing at the moment? it's what is it, a 4-1, maybe? Could maybe say. It's Semenya again. Semenya Smith's on the overlap. Past Kirkes again. Cuts it back. I tell you what, Bournemouth, at the moment, Bournemouth have kind of got Kirkes up against it. Look at this. Overlap run. Kirkes can't keep up with him. If I'm Kirkes, who's on his side? Gakpo and McAllister. I'll be going, you've got to help me. Because so far, it's just looked a little bit shaky. Corner ball by Brooks. Headed across. Oh, Evan Nilsson got a flick on it. I tell you what, folks, it's the opening 10. Bournemouth, that's a great tackle as well. Bournemouth are giving this a go. Bournemouth are absolutely giving this. Look, this is a much better cross. Evan Nilsson, who is it past? It goes over Kirkes again. The thing is, Liverpool, they're going to be a threat on the attack. But they look a bit vulnerable. Oh, Salah tries that pass in behind. Good defending in the end by Smith. He wasn't sure who was behind him. Puts it out for a corner. It was a really good pass by Wirtz. And Salah tried to play the ball in behind. Probably a little bit short. Gakpo is trying to run onto it. Smith can't take any chances. But I tell you what, for Virgil van Dijk after the Community Shield, he was talking about needing attackers. The more I watch Liverpool, the more I say they need defenders. And they've already bought two fullbacks and a centre-back. Defence just looks rocky. Florian Wirtz, corner, ball in. And Petrovic comes and claims as well. Rolls it out. So it wasn't a good roll by the goalkeeper, and they've lost possession. Referee's not having that it was a foul. Tavernier saying it was, but I think the goalkeeper just hurts his teammate there with a poor rollout. Van Dijk passes it to McAllister. Wirtz. So Bosley is Van Dijk. He's going to try a switch pass. He just overhits it. Virgil van Dijk. Good grief. The rustiness and not so standing out performances for the wrong reason of Virgil van Dijk continues, because so far, still very, very early, but and Van Dijk has tried to press Evan Nilsson there, and he's been done. Ball forward. Brooks, he missed the ball. Brooks up against Frimpong. True fair. It's a good pass. Tavernier. True fair. He's got to be offside, surely. Cuts it back. Ball in with his other foot. Headed back across. Nearly went to Semenya. I'll tell you what, I like the look of that True fair, the left back for Bournemouth. Oh! They thought maybe it was a handball. The game nearly stopped. What the hell's going on? Well, they thought it was a handball. They thought it was a handball, Liverpool, and literally everyone stopped because they thought it was a handball, but the ref said, no, I'm not going to give it. Now he's giving it the other way. Now, will VAR look at this? Well, it denied a run on goal. Referee said, well, he took a swipe at it with his hand. It happens really quick. I mean, you can't really see from that angle. It's miles away. Show us close up. No. Well, it's that second one. Oh, it's that second one. It's not. I tell you what. It's not the first bit. It's the second one. I think that second one, he gets away with it, you know. First when it comes up and hits him there, nothing about. But he sweeps out like that. It goes like this. And does that not hit the tip of his fingers? It's not that one. It's They don't show it. It's this. It's the second one when he goes like this, doesn't he? Like that, and it hits the tip of his fingers. He tried to, but he didn't make contact. No, he did. It was. I think you can see the ball off his fingers. The second one's the one. Second one's really bad. I agree, Daniel Luciano. That second one, he goes like this, and the ball moves. I think Liverpool would be a bit hard done by there. I mean, you don't want to see games determined on that, but that one, it's this one. Second one, he takes a swipe. That one, there, and then that one. That's a handball. That is a hand. If that happens to Manchester United, I'm furious. I'm absolutely furious because he swiped it like that. Even if it's just instinctual, it's not. That's a handball. You went like that to do it with your hand. Salah, ball forward. Gakpo. Now that might be handball from Cody Gakpo. Nothing happens in the end. Verts. Salah ball in. Goes behind, goal kick. Well, opening game of the season already, first bit of VAR controversy because I can't believe they've had another look at that and still got that wrong. Now, we can talk about how deliberate the action is, if it's deliberate versus instinctual, but I think that's a shocking decision from VAR, I must say. Not so much from the referee in the middle. That one happened so fast, I don't think you can... And he probably doesn't see the second one. I think the referee probably just sees it skip up, hit the arm, and goes, well, he doesn't know anything about that. It's the bit after that we're talking about. That's the real bit in question. Kirkez with the throw. Gakpo with the dummy Ekitike. I tell you what, Diakite did really well. Arne Slot, he's not happy. I think he's not happy about that handball decision. As Daniel Luciano says, folks, hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe. You can see right there in the top right-hand corner, just one subscriber away from 21,500. Yes. But Bournemouth, I'll tell you what, they've done right. Ridwan says, currently on FootMob, True Fair is the highest rated player. Yeah. I would agree. Konate wasn't sure again. I tell you, that centre-back pairing of Konate and Van Dijk so far in this game, they just look shaky. Van Dijk's overhitting passes. Konate doesn't look awake at all. They're on the floor. Van Dijk again. And to pass it out. And he again. I'm telling you, that centre-back pairing's just... They're miles off it. And that's an offside against Cody Gakpo. If you're Bournemouth now, and if you're Iraola, you've got to smell a bit of blood. You've got to smell blood. Because... You probably got to go to your Evan Nielsen and say, get in between those centre-backs again. Make it difficult. Semenyo on the right-hand side as well. Go up against Kirkez as much as you can. Petrovic long. Semenyo technically came off Kirkez last. So that's a Bournemouth throw. Semenyo tried the quick one. That's a waste. I wonder who is going to be that, standout performer in terms of a standout team from the first Premier League match day. Is it going to be it going to be Liverpool? They're going to come on strong in the second half. Is it going to be City? Is it going to be Man United? Well, we go bloody hell, man. They were good opening weekend. Is it going to be Chelsea? Because it's all good, isn't it? Talking about your favourites and who's going to finish where and this, that, and the other. Then the first match week comes and suddenly everyone thinks something different. Alisson's sort of standing on the ball. I did pick Sunderland. Yes, Ridwan. Van Dijk. Oof. Still 0-0 as we're about to head into the 20th minute. Ball over the top towards Semenya. That goes out for a throw. And the entirety of Anfield will rise and applaud for Diogo Jota. As it goes back to Petrovic. Tried to spray it out to Semenya, but goes out for a throw. Still, it's incredibly surreal, isn't it? With the tragedy surrounding Diogo Jota and his brother. Alisson gives it to Konate. Kirkez. Here's Salah. Puts it out to Szoboszlai. McAllister. Salah again. Oh, look at that feet. He's got to go in between them all. Ooh. That's where Salah scares you, isn't it? He just starts going and running at you. And once you're into the box, then you just start to get terrified. Can't dangle out a leg because he'll go down. Kirkez. Florian Wirtz, excuse me. He's got Kirkez on the brain. Mr. X says, what's the point in VAR? To retrospectively examine incidents and waste time just to come to the wrong conclusion again? Stevie Wonderman, again, that handball one, I thought was just, I think that's a stone wall. Wow. Look, he's the last man. It's an absolute red card. Well, red card. It's definitely a handball. Whether that negates a red card, I don't know. But I think it's a shocking decision. Wirtz, it's a good pass for Salah to run onto. Salah keeps it in. Of course he can. Mo Salah. Frimpong. Szoboszlai. Salah ball in. And Petrovic claims again. He's certainly not afraid to claim crosses, is he, Petrovic? Redwan says, your fans directly aimed at you, isn't it? Your top's flying. It's hot. it's hot. Szoboszlai. McAllister tried to turn. Salah tries to flick on. Ekatike. You think the ref is going to give a foul? Oh, it's going to give that's going to piss him off. Yeah, I think it was a foul by Ekatike. And the ref was kind of waiting to see if it played out. And the problem is Ekatike then went down. It was probably it. To be honest, I don't think it was a pen either. It was dramatic from Ekatike. Of course, scored his first for Liverpool last weekend in the Community Shield. Van Dijk. Wirtz. Gakpo cuts inside. Whoa, that's a heck of a collision by a blue and red shirt. They both get up. Wirtz dispossessed cleanly as well. Semenyo. Oh, I tell you what, he's done him. Oh, my goodness, and that's a foul. I tell you what, Semenyo took the right piss out of Liverpool there. My goodness me. He's won the ball back off Florian Wirtz. He's put the ball through the legs of Kirkez, and then McAllister has to go through him. Look at this. There's nothing wrong with that tackle on Wirtz. Look at this. Through the legs. See you later. Oh, no, it's not through the legs. He dives in. He just still father figure settings. And then it's a foul. Semenyo did him. Semenyo. Excuse me. $25 likes away from 100 likes, folks. If you haven't already, click the like button. That'll be a Bournemouth throw. And it's going to be Semenyo once again with a long throw. There was Semenyo was listening to someone in the stands there at Anfield who was giving him a right earful. He didn't care. Hoof back in. Good battle that between Brooks and Frimpong. And Liverpool get the foul. Free kick to Liverpool. Nearly 26 minutes gone. Still 0-0. And it's a really good game so far, must be said. Really good game. Free kick taken by, well, about to be taken by Alisson. It goes long. It's kind of just Evan Nilsson's not holding it up maybe as well as he possibly could. You feel like for Bournemouth, that's the difference. Oh, I tell you what, Van Dijk had to get that one out of his feet quickly. Soboslai, the pass was short, but Konate manages to go past the Bournemouth player. Salah, Frimpong. McAllister. Oof. Wirtz. Soboslai gets it back. Oh, nearly played it through. Tried that header over. Didn't work out. Florian Wirtz. Ball in. Oh, Ekitike nearly. That'll be a corner ball. It was good, actually, in the end from Diakite. Did just about enough. Corner ball to Liverpool. Van Dijk's having a conversation with Ekitike and Konate. What's going on here? Anthony Taylor going over to the touchline. For what? Looks like a technical issue. He's talking to Arna, Slot, and Iriola. I'm not sure. There's someone there like taking notes and taking minutes of it here. Well, they're not sure what they're talking about. People are... This is very confusing. Virgil van Dijk's over there. Now everyone's coming over. Sure, what's going on? You don't really know what's going on. I don't want to speculate, but someone's just said on the PA system, standby Operation Anfield exercise. I was thinking that they're talking to Semenyo, and I did make note of he got a right earful from someone when he was taking a throw in, and it looked like he was listening to something at the time. Antoine Semenyo was, according to the Premier League match center, Antoine Semenyo was subject to a racist comment from the crowd, and I think it was in that. You know what? I at the time you saw, because he stopped and there was someone who was just going. You could see really just sort of gesticulating, and he was leaning back and listening to them at the time. And if that is the case, is an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. And whoever said that should be ashamed of themselves and banned. If that is legitimately what happened, it was Semenyo himself, according to commentary, who brought the referee's attention to it. But that person who said that, if indeed that's what they said, should never be allowed in a football ground ever again. Absolutely disgraceful. There's no place for it in sport, society. It's 2025. Ridiculous. Thrown to Bournemouth. And you did see, actually, some of the Liverpool players sort of go over to Semenyo and sort of pat him on the back afterwards. So credit to them for, talking to him. And credit to actually the way that Anthony Taylor handled that as well. Semenyo, that was a really good tackle there by Kirkes up against him. But, it's a game. It's a game of football, isn't it? At the end of the day. But I do think Anthony Taylor has handled that quite well there, ensuring that the game was stopped, talking to the managers, talking to the fourth official, talking to the captains, talking to Semenyo as well. It's the opening game of this. It's the opening game of the season. The world is literally watching, not even metaphorically. The eyes of the world are watching. And you put it upon yourself to do that. Absolutely disgraceful. Here is Semenyo. Smith, ball forward. Evan Nilsson is nearly split the centre-backs there. You got the better of Konate again, though. I'm telling you, they just look... Konate and Van Dijk just look shaky. But that's a short pass. Ooh, nearly. Well, you would hope so, Fabsy. I mean, the fact that, like you said, with the cameras and on the tannoy, they said Operation Anfield. So I would hope that would be an operation to, remove that person from the stadium. You would hope there would be police involved as well, because no place for it anywhere, let alone football. McAllister couldn't find a red shirt, and here come Bournemouth on the counter-attack again. Here's Adams. I tell you what, for Bournemouth, for the amount of players that they've lost, and look, as a United fan, I saw Bournemouth in pre-season, and they were shit. They were rubbish. They've done brilliantly in this game. Oof. Smith cuts it back. Oh, it's a chance. He scuffed it. Tavernier's absolutely scuffed it. It's a brilliant move by Bournemouth again. Oh. A massive, massive chance. That's a chance of the half. Tavernier knows. Look at this. They do it well to keep it alive. Evan Nilsson. Little reverse pass. Then he's in, cuts it back. And Tavernier, he just scuffs it. I don't know if maybe Brooks going over it just kind of made him lose his focus on it, but it's a massive chance. He's got to do better. I mean, I spoke about how you had to be clinical with half chances earlier on. That's more than. That's gilt edge, penalty spot. It's fluffed it. Wow. Liverpool could and should probably be 1-0 down with 10 minutes to go until half time. Wow. If you haven't already, click the like button. We've got over 140 people watching. We're 12 likes away from 100 likes, which is great. Yeah, has to score. I absolutely agree, King in the Indies. Has to. Massive chance. Van Dijk. Out to Gakpo. And to be fair, look, Liverpool, they had their moments last season, despite it being, a season that there was no real title race. Liverpool, in quite a few games last season, didn't play great, but they'd win. Because that's just what champions do. Ekitike, he's gone all the way through. Ekitike scored. And just like that, this was my point. That's my point. In a nutshell right there, is that's what Liverpool do. They did it last season, where they didn't play particularly well in certain games, but they score goals. And that's what happens if you don't take your chances as well. If you don't take your chances, particularly those gilt-edge ones, you'll be punished. You'll be absolutely punished. 2 goals in 2 games for Hugo Ekitike. Look at this. And actually, in the end, he just kind of sort of bulldozes his way through. So pass and just gets a bit of luck off Senesi, the centre-back. And it's a good finish. He starts in the deeper area. A bit of luck. And also, as well, it's a bit of luck. And I think, who is it? Who's 12? Tyler Adams. Look, Tyler just stops. Tyler Adams, he gets stunned by the ricochet. He just stops running with Ekitike and sends the keeper the wrong way. It's a fortunate goal. I'll be honest with you. It's a fortunate goal. Bournemouth have been the better team in that first half. But that's what happens if you don't take your chances. That's what happens. 2 goals in 2 games. Yeah, I did think so too, King in the Indies. I thought the goalkeeper just dived out of the way. But, yeah, if you don't take your chances, you will be punished with a bit of fortune. Football can be a very cruel game. It's Wirtz. Out to Gakpo. It's going to cut inside. Ball in. Oh, Ekitike with a header just over the bar. We just got on the tannoy there and all clear that Operation Anfield has passed. And once again, don't know if that's related to the, I wonder if there's anything on Google about that. Let's have a look. It's out of curiosity. Operation Anfield exercise. So it says here on Google, Operation Anfield exercise means we practice without actually moving anybody out of the stadium. What does that mean? Speaking about the much heard phrase, which he admits he doesn't actually announce himself, George filled in on the purpose of match days. Operation Anfield is what would happen if there was a catastrophe going on and we needed to empty the stadium. If there was a bomb threat, a major fire, or an explosion in the kitchens, whatever, if we had to operate Operation Anfield, everybody would be out the stadium in 2 or 3 minutes. Operation Anfield exercise means we practice without actually moving anybody out the stadium. When we do that, the stewards who are responsible for opening the gates would get to their gate, stand by, say they're ready, and everybody else involved in the possible evacuation would be in the same place. After a couple minutes, everybody's in their place. So if they do it, they would have to they would press go, and all the gates would be open. But obviously, an exercise just means they're practicing it without letting it end up without people being turfed out the stadium, right? So basically, Operation Anfield is when all of those people get into those critical positions, so that if they did have to empty the stadium, they could. But that's not what they needed to do, obviously. So you learn something. Here's Kirkez. Virgil van Dijk. Less than 5 minutes to go until half time. We're 6 likes away from 100 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button. Kanate. I tell you what, 1-0 is really harsh on Bournemouth. If they'd gone in at half-time 0-0, you'd have gone, all right, fair. Could be ahead. 1-0 is harsh, but that's Premier League. That's what happens. Liverpool won the last 12 opening Premier League fixtures. Salah comes off the back of Tyler Adams. Haven't seen as much from Truffet. Had a really good opening 15. He's just gone a bit quiet. Oh, well done again, Semenya. I tell you what, Kirkez, he's on toast. Absolutely on toast. Tavernier. Truffet again. Right, this is the chance. Was it Brooks? I think it was Brooks, yeah. But I tell you what, I think regardless of what happens in this fixture here, there's got to be big questions about Liverpool's defence. Oh, he's done it. Kirkez, it should be a booking. And I tell you what, Kirkez, he's been shocking. He's been really, really poor in this first half. He's going to get booked here because he goes flying in, doesn't get the ball. He went flying into a tackle before that against Semenyo. I'm telling you, Kirkez, he's I don't know if it's the pressure stepping into that spot. You see Andrew Robertson warming up there, but he's really struggled in this first half. He really has. Gets there first. See you later. That's a foul. Yeah, it's a stonewall yellow. And Kirkez does get booked. But Semenyo's absolutely frying him in this first half. And if I'm any team watching Liverpool play, I'm going, right, get everything you can down that left-hand side. Tell you what, that defensive line is right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Now, can Bournemouth have just a bit of end product? They've been missing that in this first half, haven't they? Here we go, ball in. Fizz. Yeah, it wasn't the best one from Brooks. And it's an offside. What a waste. Two likes away from 100 likes, folks. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. This is, again, it's a fortunate goal from Liverpool's perspective. He gets a bit of luck. Tyler, again, there's so much there I just do not understand from that goal. Senesi doesn't do well with the ricochet. Tyler Adams just, for whatever reason, just stops. Tyler Adams just stops running. And then the goalkeeper dives out of the way. It's such a poor goal to concede from Bournemouth's perspective. With how well they've played in this first half as well. The goal they've conceded is really, really poor. sort of a catalogue of errors. Petrovic hoofs it forward. Van Dijk wins the header, unopposed. Semenya, who actually, Semenya, which of course he's going to be spoken about so much following this one for unfortunate reasons. But he's been brilliant. And I tell you what, he's a credit to himself that he's been brilliant before and after the incident. He's a top pro, and he's managed to channel that awful incident into a really impressive performance. So huge credit to him. Huge credit. Still no space for it in football or in society. Goes without saying. Three minutes of stoppage time. (1-0) to the Premier League champions, but far from impressive. I will say that. Konate. Here's Van Dijk. Ekitike, who does look lively, but he's given the ball away there. It's going to be a foul, surely. Yeah, again, despite the scoreline, again, before the goal, Bournemouth were the better side. After the goal, Bournemouth still the better side. Like, considerably the better side. They really do deserve to be going in level. The question is, will they? There'll be a free kick here. 3 blue shirts are standing over. Tavernier. Smith is there as well. Allison's just told that defensive line to push up a little bit. I wonder if they'll take the shot or try and whip it in. Maybe they are going to go for a shot. Tavernier. It's a 2-man wall. That's really poor. Tavernier, of course, person who had the best chance for Bournemouth. Penalty spot. Fluffed his lines when the ball was cut back to him. But Bournemouth have looked good. Looks like Semenya is going to go for a long throw. Oh, flick on was missed in the end. Ball hooked in. Ball, his head up. Well, that's got to be a foul, referee. I thought that might have been a pen, you know, because it was clumsy. So VAR check. Cody Gakpo. Mo Salah, Liverpool on the counter-attack. Mo Salah's cutting inside. Oh, it's brilliant defending. Absolutely sensational defending. And Bournemouth might go up the other end. Look at this. Evan Nilsson. It's a side netting. Now, I want to see a bunch of different things here. Well, no, the ref blows the whistle, so we're not going to. I mean, I thought there was a little flash. I thought there was a little bit of a flash point for possibly a penalty. And then at the other end, Liverpool went on the counter. I don't think they're going to show any of the replays of it. But Liverpool 1-0 up at half-time. And I must say, Bournemouth have been far and ahead the superior side for me. Bournemouth have been really, really impressive in that first half. Bournemouth had a real gilt-edged chance from Tavernier. 12 yards out, ball's cut back, completely scuffs it, maybe gets a bit distracted by Brooks's run. But yeah, Liverpool, they've looked shaky. I mean, going forward, they still look dangerous. The most impressive player for Liverpool has been their goal scorer in Ekitike. Looks like he can make stuff happen. And the goal, they do get a bit of luck, a bit of a ricochet. It's really poor defending from Bournemouth as well. With Sensi should do better. Tyler Adams just stops for whatever reason, following the ball in the box. Petrovic dives out of the way of it as well. But aside from that, Bournemouth have been really, really good. Trufe looked all right in the first 20 minutes, then went a bit quiet. Semenya, obviously, there's going to be so much said about the stupid incident of alleged racism from the person in the crowd, and which will Semenya's doing his best, putting an incredible performance, and people should be talking about how well he's playing. You know, he's playing absolutely brilliantly, and Liverpool defensively, you can get at them. If they carried on like this, you can absolutely get at that Liverpool defense. Kirkes at left back, he's looked erratic. He's looked rash, diving into tackles. Semenya's had him 2 or 3 times, actually. He's managed to get the ball past him, and Kirkes has flown into tackles. He's on a booking because of his, was a clear foul on, I'm not sure if it was, I don't think it was Semenya. It might have been Brooks or Scott, but it was a clear foul. Van Dijk and Konate, I think, have looked shaky. Van Dijk, quite a few misplaced passes. Konate, a few lapses of concentration there as well. Frimpong hasn't had too much to do, so you can't really say he's doing badly. But that sort of defensive three of Konate, Van Dijk, and Kirkes are having a tough time of it, a real tough time of it. And it'll be interesting to see what Arne Slot does at halftime, because you do feel like he might have to, maybe Robertson comes on for Kirkes. Maybe the occasion's just a little bit too much for him, struggling a little bit there. Konate and Van Dijk need to just wake up. To be fair, you would say with Alisson, he's not had too much to do. So you can't necessarily say, Alisson's bailed him out, because he's really had next to nothing to do in that regard. But that Liverpool defence looks shaky. The positive for them, though, is that they've got goals. There are goals in that team. Ekitike 2-2, and he looks dangerous. We know what Mo Salah is capable of. You'd probably say just get Florian Wirtz on the ball more, and he'll make stuff happen. But defensively, I think Iraola, he's had an absolute blinder so far. He's gone in that 4-1-4-1. They've got so much a team in transition after losing top players in the summer. I mean, when you're losing players to Real Madrid and PSG, it speaks volumes about just how good you were last season. But despite that, and being away at Anfield, hostile atmosphere, emotionally charged game, they've been absolutely brilliant in that first half. The only thing missing really has been a bit of end product, because they haven't had enough end product. But Bournemouth been the better side, but this is what happens when you go up against top teams in the Premier League, is that even if you don't play well, you can still be punished. But that Liverpool defence, they look ropey indeed. As Mr. X says right there, Liverpool look pretty ropey for sure. No doubt about it. Let's see if we can get to 150 likes, folks. If you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the Football Flex. As you can see right there in the top right-hand corner, 21,501. So next up is 22K. Reminder also, actually, I better set up the old redirect here for when the stream ends at full time. I'm going to be live tomorrow morning as well, tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be Aston Villa versus Newcastle. It's a 12:30 kickoff, so we'll be live at 12:20. I'm not sure if Flex said he was joining me for that one. I forget. But we're going to be live here on the channel once again for the midday kickoff. And then next week, I can tell you which fixtures we're doing for the Football Flex, because Flex and myself have already gone through it as to what games we are doing next week. Next week, Friday night, same time, same place. Be here again. West Ham versus Chelsea. So I'm interested in that. Then be live Saturday lunchtime once more. 12:30 kickoff. It is Man City versus Tottenham. So going to be live for that one. And then we'll be live Monday as well for Newcastle versus Liverpool. So it's going to be a busy match day 2 here on the Football Flex. So they're just talking about when this was when this incident was reported. It is just absolutely disgraceful. Yeah, and the fact the fact that Semenyo's had to go over to a referee in 2025 in in the opening game of the season when the world's watching, and say I've been racially abused, just disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. And whoever did it, if indeed they're found to be guilty, which why would Semenyo make that up? They should be banned from football for life, and they should be punished. Not even as well, not even just punished in terms of being banned from football, but on top of that as well, they should be prosecuted. There's no space for it. Absolutely no space. Fabsy says he will be there on Sunday for United in UVHQ. Do you know already? It's going to be KG and myself on the match view on Sunday. And a reminder when it comes to that, members can call in at any time now, and the show's been extended. I'll be live 2 hours before, and I'll also be live for the full-time view after the game, but that'll be part of the whole match view stream. So, yes. And it is fortunate for Ekitike, that goal, isn't it? I think it's a really. But the thing is, obviously, all the talk's going to be about Alexander Isak. So all the talk's going to be about Liverpool. They're going to get Isak. They're going to get a striker. For me anyway, I don't. That first half, you don't see that and think to yourself like, there's one thing that Liverpool really need there. They really need a striker. It's quite the opposite. I'm looking at that going, there's one thing that Liverpool need there is better defence, to be honest with you. I mean, I suppose the problem is they've just signed 2 fullbacks. So what do? Go and buy another left fullback? No, you don't do that, I suppose. But yeah, they look fragile defensively. Very, very fragile. Bonehut says every goal seems so lucky when it's Liverpool. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. We've got close to 160 people watching. So if you haven't already, click that like button. We did hit 21K and 500 as well. So I appreciate everyone that's a new subscriber. So yes, just a reminder, next weekend, next match day two, we'll have West Ham Chelsea will be live for, Man City Tottenham, and also Newcastle Liverpool. It's going to be a big weekend. Weekend after that, I think we've also confirmed which ones we're going to do for this. Which ones did we say we were going to do? Liverpool Arsenal, I think is the one we're doing that weekend. I think it's just Liverpool Arsenal, I believe. But stories can change, times can change, so we can always play it by ear. It's what you, the audience, want, most importantly. That's what we try and deliver here on the Football Flex. There's also going to be Flex's reaction after the game as well. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed. You'll see that when that goes up. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about this game. So already, I'm sure he'll have a lot to say. No doubt about that. What else are people saying in the chat? Mr. X says, genuinely surprised a little by the little control they've been able to exert. Feels like Bournemouth are content with the tempo of the game at the moment. It does kind of feel like that, doesn't it? Like I said, it feels it feels like, and I wouldn't be shocked if this game ends up. This game's kind of got like a bit of a 2-0 Liverpool written all over it, doesn't it? Liverpool don't play well, and then they just still go up the end, score, and then that's it. And it's kind of one of those. And look, as a United fan, I can't necessarily begrudge that. So many times, certainly under Sir Alex, where we'd be starting Premier League title defenses with losses or poor performances, because you want your team to peak at the right moment. Sometimes you don't want your team to peak too early. You want your team to be. It's not about how well you're playing at the start of the season. It's about getting points on the board, and it's how you finish the season. That's the most important thing. So, yes, we will see. The new Sky Sports intro song is terrible. Now, I haven't heard all of it. I just saw like the little bits of when they're going to commercial. So I can't say one way or the other if it is or it isn't. Is it not great? I mean, to be fair, they have some good ones. I'm glad they've changed it because I was a bit tired of the one that they had at the moment. Well, previously rather, because they'd had it for like 5 years, and I was a bit like, it's time for a change. But they did have some classics, but some they didn't even keep for very long, did they? Some they would only keep for a year. As we wait for the second half to begin. Bonehurt says, no automated offside yet, waiting for the first use to be so effed up by English refs. Do you know how mad it is? Yeah. How mad it is that when they said that semi-automated offside was going to be in by, when did they say? Semi-automated offside Premier League. There you go. The semi-automated offside technology is being introduced in the Premier League starting from match week 32, which begins on Saturday, April 12th. Well, it didn't happen, did it? Where is it? Where is it? Don't see it. After trials, delays, praise, and some criticism, semi-automated offside technology is being introduced in the Premier League this weekend. This was on the 11th of April, 2025. Well, it wasn't. So, where is it? Like, where is that? I'm trying to find like a reason. Is there anything to say why they didn't do it? 25, 20. Have I missed something with that? It's meant to be in April, and it's just. Is it in? Is it actually in place? Because I don't know if I've seen it used. It's very confusing, isn't it? 25-26 Premier League season. I'm trying to say Control F, semi. There you go. It says here, this will be the first full season with semi-automated offside technology in use, following its introduction during the previous campaign on 12th of April 2025. Have we seen it? Has anyone actually seen it be used? There's no way that it was introduced in April and it's just not been used since. Is it in? So has it actually been used? Gaming with S says, I'm sure I've seen it used. Maybe it has been. It is in use, Slick says. We just need a big moment. We just need. Ridwan says, is it being used? I haven't seen anything. I tell you, do you know how wild it is that none of us are actually sure if it's being used or not? You feel like that I would have been able to find some kind of article there to suggest like it wasn't being used. Semi-automated offside. If I type this in Twitter. That's there. Here we go. Foot offsides. It says thread containing every semi-automated offside replay shown during the 25-26 Premier League season. I'll be updating it as the season progresses. So foot offsides is doing that. Did they have that last season? That was in La Liga. That was in the Premier League. You're seeing that penalty shout back. Didn't see that. No changes for either side. Ah, it has been used. It has been used. And we're off. Second half is underway. I just found the thread. How many replays did we get? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a bunch. Oh, well, not loads, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Oh, like 22 times, 20, about 20 times it was used ish. About that. That was replays that were shown. So it is being used. I tell you what though, that shows you how fucking checked out of the Premier League I was last season. That I genuinely didn't even know, because I didn't see it in any Man United games. And if Man United weren't playing, I was so sick of football last season because United were rubbish. Ekatike, good flick. Verts. And True Fair puts it behind for a corner. So it is in place. Well, that's good. And True Fair just put it out for a corner. So we've got a corner here to Liverpool. So he's going to take ball in. Oof, headed over the bar by, I think, Ekatike. I mean, he's tall, isn't he, Ekatike? Does certainly add some height into the Liverpool team. I mean, it kind of comes off his shoulder there a little bit, doesn't it, in the end? Petrovic was, I tell you what, he asked a lot there of True Fair. Liverpool win it back, though. Szoboszlai. Frimpong goes all the way back to Alisson in goal. Van Dijk. Good touch by True Fair. This won't be a foul, yeah. But Semenya up against Kirkez again. They tried a 1-2. But Cody Gakpo won the ball back for Liverpool. Travelling with it. Gakpo. Ekatike. Gakpo, ball in. And Samazi just manages to clear. Alexis McAllister. Ekatike. Cody Gakpo. It's 2-0. And just like that, you feel like it's probably game over. Bournemouth, if you can't take advantage in the first half, if you can't make the chances count, then that's what is going to happen to you. Cody Gakpo scores. 2-0 Liverpool, game over. And it's a classic Cody Gakpo goal, really. Look, comes here, gets the ball, cuts inside. Got to keep going. And it's put it in the bottom corner. And to be honest, I'm having a bit of a look at the keeper again. Let's have a look. He just passes it in the back of the net, really. Keeper's kind of nowhere near it. Dives over it. But 2-0. Felt that there was going to be something in Bournemouth this game. Nope. That's why you have to take your chances. 2-0 to the Premier League champions. So again, it kind of goes back to my point, isn't it? Of all this chatter, Liverpool, they need to get Isak. I don't think they're going to struggle with goals at all. And really, what happens with Ekatike if they sign Isak? Szoboszlai sprays it out to Mo Salah on the right hand side. Salah outside of the boot, punched away by Petrovic. That's going to be a foul. Clearly, it's going to be a foul. I mean, Scotty just kind of grabbed the shirt. Did he not get a booking? Oh, that's surprising. I thought he'd get a yellow card for that. And now you feel like Liverpool probably turned the screw quite a bit. Burts picks the ball up in space. Ekatike, well, ricocheted. Goes out for a throw. Szoboszlai. Burts. Takes a shot, tipped over the bar. It was McAllister, and it was tipped over by Petrovic. Okay, Szoboszlai, little touch off. Went to McAllister, just smashed it and tipped over the bar. That's a good save by the keeper. Here's a corner. Well, and Salah's squaring up to Smith in the box here. And the Bournemouth captain and the Liverpool number 11 were nose to nose there for a second. They were not happy. Anthony Taylor's now going to have a conversation. Referee says enough. Have a look at it. No, it was because Smith shoved Salah first, and Salah was really pissed off by it, wasn't he? You go, ball in. Headed away. Frimpong takes a shot, claims a hand. You feel like if Bournemouth get a goal, this one opens back up a little bit, but they've just not been effective enough at taking chances, have they? Gakpo, ball in, cleared, and that's smashed over by Szoboszlai. Nearly 54 minutes gone. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 0. That's a Bournemouth throw. Arnie Slot, who's watching on the touchline there. Long ball forward. Brooks. Oh, I'll tell you what, it does really, really well. Fizzed across goal. Tavernier. Oh. I mean, Brooks did so well. Look at this. Just rolled him. Yeah, just rolled Frimpong. And Tavernier whips it across. There's no one there. But first half, it was Kirkes who looked a bit shaky. This time, it's Frimpong. Oh, hoofed up in the air. Who was that by? Not sure what that was. But they've lost it again. McAllister. He does really well. And that'll be a foul as well. Truefair tries to apologise. Referee's not going to give a booking. Daniel Luciano says, what's your favourite workout? I do individual body parts. I don't really. It depends on the day. Depends on the day, really. It's a clear foul by Truefair. We're 6 likes away from 130 likes, folks. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be a big season ahead. Oh, it's brilliant feat by Cody Gakpo. Was a foul. Smith saying it wasn't, but it definitely was. It was a brilliant feat by the Liverpool goal scorer. Outside of the boot pass by Alisson there. Very relaxed. Konate. It was a heavy touch. Wirtz. Salah. Wirtz puts it out to Cody Gakpo. Wirtz. Oh, it was a really nice one-touch move there by Liverpool. Ekatike's pass in the end was just a bit flat. Hey, Soboslai, I mean, it's got to be a foul, referee. He's holding his arm over and over. I'm not sure why the referee took so long to give that as a foul. It was doing like the Sergio Ramos hold the arm over and over again. That's a Bournemouth throw. All over the top. Alisson will hold that one. Looks like Endo might be coming on. Looks like Andy Robertson as well, which I'm not surprised. Kirkes has struggled, as I mentioned. Here's Van Dijk. Cuts inside again. Cody Gakpo. Still going. Oh, he just fizzed it out to Mo Salah. It was close. Maybe just had too much on it. Just a bit too much. Gakpo has looked lively, though. So it looks like Endo and Robertson are going to come on. So Bosley was looking for the foul. Referee wasn't buying it at all. Truefair went to cut it back. Truefair. Sensi. Oh, that's a good pass. Brooks, it might be a bit too heavy. Alisson punched half-heart. Well, he punched it, but he kind of sliced the punch. So grazed the ball there for a second. It wasn't the best punch by Alisson, was it? So it looks like, yeah, Arnie Slot's changing the both fullbacks. Probably says a lot about both of them, doesn't it? Kirkes and Frimpong off. Both struggled. Kirkes certainly more than Frimpong. Robertson on. Endo on. And we'll see who goes to right back. Endo's gone to right back. Van Dijk. As Ridwan says, though, yeah, I think you're right. Dorgu and Ahmad up against them. Or to be honest, any winger, if you're watching this opening game, which of course most people would be, you would think that you'd go, tell you what, I think we can get at Kirkez and Frimpong. I mean, the fullbacks have been such a position of strength for Liverpool for so many seasons. Scott. Semenyo. That's going to be a corner for Bournemouth. Been a bit of a quieter second half for Semenyo so far, but I just feel like if they can get him on the ball, can go up against players, make things happen. We're 1 like away from 130 likes, folks. Ball in. Headed away by Konate. Tavernier. Adams. And Liverpool just kind of just dropped off again, haven't they? They don't really, I suppose they don't need to put pressure on. I feel like maybe they can, if Bournemouth can pull one back. Oh, it's really poor. True fair. Salah, Szoboszlai. Cuts it back. Verts, just wide. Rolled it just wide. Good pressing by Szoboszlai. Goes back. Oof, and just rolled it wide in the end. See it here. Just. King and then he says, Owen, when can we catch you on the Football Flex again? I'll be live tomorrow, tomorrow afternoon, 12:20. I go live for the 12:30 kickoff. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Salah outside of his boot. That was wide. And I'll also be then we'll be live Friday here on the channel for Chelsea West Ham. Ball forward. Brooks. Ball across goal. It's a good one. Semenyo! It's 2-1. And it's deserved. They've deserved it. I'm going to choke. And they deserve it. Absolutely, they deserve it. I mentioned about they just needed to be more clinical, and they give you chances. They just give you chances. Oh, it's tight. We mentioned the semi-automated offside, but Brooks, I think he's just on. I think it's fine. Cuts it back, which they've tried to do a bunch of times. By Brooks, that cutback's absolutely brilliant. Look at this. Cuts it back. Antoine Semenyo does very well. Gets it on target. And it's deserved. Absolutely deserved. And now that they've got that ball in the back of the net, can they do it again? Because I've said they from their performance, they deserved at least a goal. Liverpool defensively have not been there. And as I mentioned, after going 2-0 up, they backed off. Alisson under a bit of pressure there. Well, Andrew Rumsey did really well to keep that in. Here's Szoboszlai. And suddenly this game's got a lot more interesting again, hasn't it? Salah, ball. He'll try to ball in. Got out for a corner. And good for Antoine Semenyo as well. Shove that up those racist pricks' arse. No place for it in society, football, at all. I think it's important to state it's not a reflection on all Liverpool supporters at all. But absolutely disgusting. All right, it's a corner ball to Liverpool here. Wirtz goes short. McAllister, Wirtz again. Wirtz cuts it back. McAllister went for a cross. Szoboszlai lost it. Ball's sort of bouncing around all over the place there. Gakpo, Salah, Wirtz. He tried to cut it back, but wasn't good enough. It's been pretty quiet. You know, I was impressed by him in the game against Palace. And I was actually a bit surprised because I watched Wirtz quite a few times in the Euros last year, and he wasn't all that. So when he was getting linked to Liverpool, I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But against Palace, I was actually quite impressed. So far in this game, we've kind of barely seen him, haven't we? Comes Trufe again. Out wide to Brooks. Cuts it back. Tavernier. Oof. Bournemouth get another corner. Konate goes down. I think I might have hit him somewhere painful. He's in a bit of discomfort, Konate. Let's have a look. Oh! I tell you what, that very much is... Yeah, it takes a while to get your win back, that one. Ball in. Headed away by Van Dijk. Scott again. Ball in. It's going to be too easy for Alisson to catch. Oh, Salah, what a pass that is. Salah can't really control it. Oh, and he fluffs it. Absolutely fun. What a pass that was by Alisson. Take a look at this. It was close whether Salah would have been offside. And can really work out his feet. Ball over the top. Endo can't handle that. Ball across goal again. Oh, Tavernier and Van Dijk. He looked a bit clumsy with his clearance there for a second. Take a look at this. Ball over the top. Where's Konate at that point? He's still worried about getting hit in the bollocks. And Bournemouth, and again, they deserved at least to go. And I think there's a fair argument to be said that they deserve to be level. You know, Alisson telling Ekitike to attack the ball. Ball in. Punched away by Alisson. Well, good touch by Mo Salah. Liverpool going to try on the counter. Wirtz. Nope. Referee says no foul on that. I tell you what, this game's fully on now. That's a shit pass by Petrovic. Game Flow says, "Oh, not looking at the chat." Oh, with the I'm bored of the pause stuff now. To be honest, we did it to death on that show a couple of days ago. I'm a bit tired of it now. Oh, whatever the pause stuff. Szoboszlai. Shot by Gakpo, held by the keeper. Daniel Luciano says Wirtz is struggling. Ball in behind. Ooh. It's a bit too much on it for Brooks to run onto. But Liverpool playing with danger here. Wirtz nearly dispossessed there. Yeah. Here's Scott. Oh, it does really well. Svenyo. Crawl it, cross. Oh, I'll tell you what, if they miss that header, they are properly turning the screw here. True fair. Brooks. True fair on the overlap. Ball in. Semenya up. Tavernier. Brooks. Oh, nearly past the Bosley. And Liverpool can't get out now. Bournemouth are really... That's ball over the top. It's got to be offside, maybe. Cuts it back. Brooks. Brooks. Oh, shot blocked. No offside. Still not cleared. True fair. Are we going to get a cross from deep? Senesi. Oh, good. Oh, it was a good cross. Evan Nilsson flicks it on too much. I tell you what. And this is the other part of it as well, is Liverpool have been like this the whole game, because in the first half, we spoke about it, didn't we, guys, saying that actually Liverpool weren't good. Gakpo scored that goal early in the second half, and you thought, okay, game over. But it wasn't deserved because Liverpool hadn't been playing well. And you said, well, if Bournemouth can get a goal back, because they've not been playing well, Liverpool, it'll just give the confidence that Bournemouth need. As Hugo Ekitike is getting subbed off. He's had a good debut. He's looked good. I don't think he can question his performance. I think, again, you can just look at that Liverpool defence. I think you can look at, obviously, Frimpong and Kirkes were so poor they got subbed off. I think you look at Konate and Van Dijk, shaky. Florian Wirtz disappeared in this game. So I think, again, that back four... That back force looked really, really off. And I think there could be actually an argument about, well, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked by that at all. You've just seen Joe Gomez go to right back. And I think that's a very shrewd move by Arne Slot, because Wataru Endo at right back was not working. I think that's a very smart move by the Liverpool manager. If you haven't already, click the like button, folks. Be sure to subscribe as well. There's a switch. Too much on it. Last 10 touches in opposition box, 9 of them have gone to Bournemouth, only 1 to Liverpool. Says a lot just about how dominant in the last sort of 5-10 minutes that Bournemouth have been. Is Gomez going to take the throw? It's almost like a pass. Curtis Jones. Cody Gakpo. Oh, he tried the overlap, but he got it all wrong. And he also, Bournemouth win a Bournemouth throw-in. Gakpo looks very frustrated with himself. And that's a goal kick. Bournemouth look good. Just wonder, is there going to be any late last-minute drama? Scott comes off. Traore comes on. Scott's done pretty well. I mean, to be fair, most of the Bournemouth players have. Semenya, obviously, with the goal, but even before that, he looked really dangerous good. True Fair looks to be a really good replacement for Kirkes, actually, at left back. Brooks has done well, actually, in this game too. Of course, this is a completely, disrupted Bournemouth team with the amount of players they've lost. And they've, if anything, it makes you think if they still had those players, would they actually be winning against Liverpool? Bournemouth with more possession once again. Petrovic. Ball over the top. That's rubbish. Straight out for a throw. And Iriolos just right on the edge of his technical area, trying to get his players to keep going. How long is Joe Gomez taking for this throw? My goodness me. Areola looked frustrated about it as well. Verts. Endo passes that on. Szoboszlai back to Allison. Szoboszlai. Just feel like I still won't be shocked if it's like a 3-1 Liverpool. Go up the other end, score, kill the game off. Mo Salah cuts inside, left foot. Oh, he just couldn't find Szoboszlai. Salah's been off it as well, to be honest. Semenyo. Gonna go by himself. Semenyo shoots. Oh, what a goal! What a goal that is! And I tell you what, Antoine Semenyo. My goodness me. That is an absolutely brilliant goal. And it's entirely deserved for Bournemouth. Bournemouth 2-2. Konate's on the floor. He's been put flat on his ass. And I tell you what, people can talk shit. And people can say these things. Antoine Semenyo has stood up and said, I'm not going to let the incident earlier on bother me. I'm going to go up the other end. I'm going to score 2 goals. I'm going to be the best player in a blue shirt tonight. And I'm going to equalise for my team. Oh, my goodness me. Wow. Look at this from Antoine Semenyo. Gets the ball inside his own half. Just keeps travelling. Centre-backs, they're not sure what to do. And then ships it onto his left foot. Konate, an absolute mess. Look at this. What is Konate doing? Where are you going? He doesn't have a clue. He ends up on the floor. Konate, flat on his face. Oh, my. And it's 2-2 from 2-0 down. Bournemouth are now level. And Areola gives it that. Well, Premier League's back, folks. He's been their best player by far. What a goal. 3 goals in his last 3 Premier League appearances at Anfield. I mean, from a Liverpool perspective, by the way, that goal is a stinky goal to concede by Liverpool. It really is. I mean, he's just run from his own half. Konate's, I don't know what Konate is doing. Virgil van Dijk is just backing off. It's an awful goal to concede. It's brilliant by Semenyo. They're trying to claim that there was a foul on Florian Wirtz. 2-2. And this is why, look, like I said, anything's possible in football. Szoboszlai, short for the free kick. Wirtz, he's found Van Dijk. His cross was blocked. Joe Gomez is going to take a long throw. Eminem says, oh, any idea why Virgil van Dijk or defending isn't working? Literally, I mean, they've been, to be honest, though, it's not even just for that goal. Van Dijk and Konate, long throw by Gomez, have been suspect all game. They really have. I mean, the entire Liverpool defence, it was so bad Arne Slot took off both of his new fullbacks in Frimpong and Kirkes. I think if he could probably take off both his centre-backs, he probably would have. Konate and Van Dijk have been shocking. Petrovic nearly made a complete mess of that. Out to Szoboszlai. Oh, goes wide. But I think if you're some of the top Premier League teams, or really any team playing in the Prem this season, you say to yourself watching this Liverpool performance, they're dangerous. They'll score goals against you. They've got top players and they can score at any moment. But defensively, they could be got at last season. They can really get got at this season because their fullbacks look shaky. Their centre-backs just look dazed and confused most of the time. Van Dijk just backs off. Konate just is running around in circles. Doesn't even know where the ball is. Even if they win this, I think there'll be questions asked of us like, they are sloppy. Salah cuts it back. Well, Petrovic, I don't know why Petrovic is punching there. One like away from 150 likes, by the way, folks. Sloppy. Szoboszlai was pulled back, and it's a foul. Evan Nilsson is booked. Yeah, it's a clear foul. It pulls him back. 9 minutes to go at Anfield. Liverpool sacrificing a 2-0 lead. And I know that's crazy to say, but when you're dropping points, they all count, don't they? Federico Chiesa's on. Surprised he's still at the club. I think most people expected he'd leave over the summer. Florian Wirtz plays 81 minutes and very quiet. Very, very quiet. Jamie Carragher says he thinks it's a strange substitution. Szoboszlai puts the ball in. Headed out. Headed back in. Cleared by Truffert. Endo just couldn't judge the flight of the ball there. And now suddenly Liverpool want to try and put pressure on, but is it going to be too late? Oh, he slips. Salah nearly got in behind. This is going to be a heck of an 8 minutes plus stoppage time, isn't it? I mean, Eminem, you mentioned it there in the chat, is a United fan. I do look at that Liverpool defence. I go, tell you what, Mbeumo, Cunha, Dorgu, Ahmad, go at those fullbacks. Go at that defence. Like, just go for it. And have, hopefully, Šeško trying to occupy Van Dijk and Konate. Because, is Robertson. Oh, ball ricochets off him. Diakite just did just enough in the end. Robertson. And that's a Liverpool corner. Flag goes up, though. Ridwan says, Semenyo, he's really two-footed, isn't he? Do you see how he struck it on his left? Well, that was like the only thing impressive about Bournemouth when we played him was actually, I know Atara's gone to Brentford, isn't he? But actually, Semenyo and Atara were actually pretty good against us. That was the only sort of positive for when they played us for Bournemouth. Otherwise, they were really poor, weren't they? But Atara and Semenyo were actually pretty decent. But this is, I mean, far removed from that performance. As David Brooks making sure he's going to take his time getting off the pitch. And on comes Winterburn for Bournemouth. Wow, 2-2. And now Bournemouth trying to escape Anfield with a point. And then, by the way, if they do get a point, it's entirely deserved. Liverpool don't deserve to get 3 points based off this performance. It will be deserved. But if Liverpool get the win, you'll say that's why they're champions. That's what champions do. When you're not playing at your best, you still get over the line. Throw in for Liverpool. Endo, now on his own half, goes back to Van Dijk. It's the most urgency we've seen from Liverpool the whole game, isn't it? Liverpool have never lost a Premier League game at Anfield when they've been leading by 2 goals. I mean, could tonight be the night Fridays means new episodes of Dexter Resurrection, which I will be watching after. Could tonight be the night that record goes? Salah up against True Fate. But nope, nothing again. Big up the Manchcutioner in the chat. Van Dijk, I mean, he's getting angry. He's going long, and he's just overhit it. Van Dijk, rubbish. Again, he's been poor. That Liverpool defence has been shocking. I know I've said it so many times, but it's true. They've been so off it. That's good that they show all 2 o'clock kickoffs on a Sunday. I like that. Manchester United, Arsenal. Manchester says, did you get your mask delivered? I haven't received it. I don't even know if they've sent it to me, Manchester. You'll have to get on to Just Josh Media and Graphics Guru, Visual Ninja and Fleck. Or whoever has the mask, because it's not been sent to me. Which is disgraceful. Where's Kenny?
Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful.
Ridwan says, I heard it's unbelievable, but I've never watched it. It is good. It is good. Like with any sort of American series, it does get kind of driven into the ground in the later seasons. But it is good. Fabsy said, I love the Hannibal series. Yep. Hannibal, excellent. I still don't really get why they cancelled it. Well, that'll be a foul on Mo Salah. I mean, I did the Hannibal series. I did in like 3 or 4 days, and that's how you know it's good. Three minutes plus stoppage time remain. It's a free kick to Liverpool. Szoboszlai, he's gone short to Wataru Endo. Van Dijk heads it across goal. It's going to go back to Cody Gakpo. Oh, he sliced it. True fair away and recycled in the end. 2.5 minutes to go. 2-2 at Anfield. Szoboszlai, good touch back to Mo Salah. Salah ball is dangerous. Oh, Petrovic just enough. It's in. It's in. It's Federico Chiesa. And this is what I was talking about. I said that this is the mark of champions. You're not playing well. You're not at your best. That's what they do. That is what champions do. They're not at their best. They don't really deserve it. But scoring goals. Jamie Carragher, what do you know? He said it was a strange substitution. But he's got a goal that I don't think Florian Wirtz was going to get. Look at this. Alisson puts it out wide. Great touch by Szoboszlai. Mo Salah puts it in. I mean, it's a really good ball in the end. And it just doesn't die. And actually, it's really good technique by Federico Chiesa. Look at this technique. Falls to him. That's top. That is a top finish. He does well. Yeah, it's a good finish. It's a good finish by Chiesa. And 3-2. And again, that's what champions do. Despite not playing well, that's what champions do. And that you think will be just enough to get Liverpool over the line. And you feel for him, Semenya. Look at him. He seems a frustrated figure. He's been brilliant. Semenya, Bournemouth. Still trying to fight. Flick back. Nearly. Bournemouth are going to have a corner. I mean, surely there can't be any more drama. But it was a top finish by Chiesa. You can't argue against that. So more substitutions for Bournemouth. And I think it's one of those situations where you're kind of saying, can you just get a good ball into the box, make something happen? But Liverpool, they've been poor. And you think if they keep playing like that, they'll get found out. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Ball in. It was a good one, actually. Oof. And that should be another corner. It's another corner for Bournemouth. It was a good cross in that time. But we're going to have to get a shift on. We've already lost 1 minute of stoppage time. It's a total of 6. Ball in. Wasn't a good one. Will there be a late chance? Oh, referee, you've bottled that decision. I'm not sure that's a foul, you know. The referee's given a foul. I'm not sure it is. And they would have won the ball back. Look at Iriola. He says it's over. He says it's over. I think he's right to be frustrated. I don't think that's a foul. I mean, the Liverpool fans are happy. They're overjoyed because they know. I think they'll know they got away with one tonight. They'll know they got away with one because Liverpool haven't been good. The back four, really, really shaky. They score goals, you know. But they'll need to buck up their ideas, certainly. No doubt about it. They'll need to buck up their ideas. Because if they play like this week in and week out, they won't be the champions. No doubt about that. Soboslai. Nothing wrong with that. They've won it back. You're not going to get past Watariendo. Liverpool throw. No, it's going to be a Bournemouth throw. Well, Liverpool fans can boo to try and put pressure on. Oh, he's in. Oh, nearly then. I tell you what, Konate, he's just got the concentration span of, like, I don't know, a fly. He just is not, half the time, he's just not paying attention to anything, is he? He's really not. I think Liverpool, they've got a bit of a similar feeling to what United had. Remember, United was the opening game last season, weren't we? Against Fulham at Old Trafford, and we felt relieved and happy Joshua Zirkzee scored. But we came out of that one going, actually, we weren't very good, you know. We were really poor. I don't think Liverpool are going to finish 15th by any means, but you got to show something, don't you? Salah's going to chase this. Oh, he's going to get it. How has Mo Salah ended up on the end of that? Salah takes a shot. It's 4-2. I mean, it's brilliant. That's what Mo Salah's capable of. What a double punch that is. A 1-2 punch. Because, really, I mean, it's not a 4-2 game whatsoever. But Salah manages just to sneak in behind, and then he puts the ball in the back of the net. Liverpool seal it, and that's what Liverpool can do. Liverpool can score goals. They can score goals. That's what they do. And I tell you what, actually, he's been out of the game a lot. He really hasn't been that involved, Mo Salah, has he? But he scores goals, and that's what top players do. It's what top teams do. It's what champions do. And it's a really good finish by Mo Salah as well, it must be said. And actually, it's a credit to him because he doesn't give up on it. Look, doesn't give up on it. I don't know what the Bournemouth defender's doing, how the Bournemouth defender loses that. But Salah, he's still got a lot to do there. And it's a brilliant goal. It is a really good goal. He's got no right to get the ball in the first place, and he's got no right to put it in the back of the net. It's a top goal. And maybe that's what, Garsha mentions it there for United. Just might be the mindset of, if we're defensively rubbish, we'll just keep scoring goals. If you score goals, you win football matches most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. And Mo Salah up to 187 goals in the Premier League. And that will be all she wrote, you think. If you haven't already, folks, click the like button. 2 likes away from 160 likes. Be sure to subscribe to the Football Flex. And there you go. That indeed is full time at Anfield. So Liverpool begin their defence of their Premier League title with a victory over Bournemouth by 4-2. But my goodness me, that doesn't tell the full story, does it? Liverpool 2-0 up. Then it's pinned back to 2-2. Antoine Semenyo, absolutely sensational. And then Liverpool, right at the death and sort of the dying moments, get a brilliant goal from Federico Chiesa, and then Mo Salah rounds it off. Liverpool, positive signs in terms of their attack. They can score goals, and winning when you're not playing well is what champions do, certainly. But I think if you're other teams in the Premier League, if you're top-level wingers, attacking players, you look at that Liverpool defence and you start licking your lips going, I tell you what, I can get some change out of them. The fullbacks, 2 new ones, both hooked and stinker. Well, stinker and hooked. There you go. Hooked off. The centre-back pairing of Konate, Van Dijk looked very, very shaky. And Arne Slot goes up to Antoine Semenyo, who not only scored the goal, but was subject to disgusting racial abuse in an instant earlier on in the game. And he's a credit to himself that he was able to come back. He's a credit to himself that he was able to overcome that and score 2 goals at Anfield, which some top players won't do in their entire career. So he's a huge credit to himself. But there you go, folks. That is the first Premier League game here on the Football Flex this season. If you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe. A reminder, we'll be live once again tomorrow. We'll be live at 12:20 p.m. We're going to be live for Aston Villa versus Newcastle. It's the lunchtime kickoff. And then next week, we're going to be live 3 times. We'll be live Friday, we're going to be live Saturday, and then we're going to be live Monday for some really big fixtures as well. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Loads of watch-alongs coming up this season. And Liverpool kick off their defence of their Premier League title with a victory. I'll see you all again tomorrow, folks, as the Premier League season continues.